because I was just thinking
All
about
right,
him versus Darky.
Don't make it, bro.
Oh, snap.
Okay. So.
Wait, Careless, you're debating somebody again?
So yeah, Careless. So finish your argument.
All right,
He's a chronic debater. Of course he is.
if it's true that if Luffy imagines X a part of reality, it doesn't matter what the intestine is. He can just actualize it within reality.
So is your only way to justify that the scan right here? Is that your basis?
Yeah, my basis for why he can imagine himself winning is because he understands what winning is.
How do you know he didn't just win in that fight because he was just more powerful and just like most fights are, where the more powerful person just outscales or hacks or does something to get victory, not just like him imagining, because we know that he did not do that during that fight, and we know that they were punching each other just like every other battle. He didn't just imagine himself winning and it just happened. We know that it didn't go like that. I mean, One Piece did not, disagrees with you.
Kind of straw manning the whole point. I don't know where this.
No. Justify that. How did I straw man you?
Or it's a straw manning because that's not what I'm arguing.
So you're saying I'm twisting your argument? Oh yeah, justify that. You didn't justify it. You just said, oh yeah, I did a straw man. Justify how I did a straw man. I twisted your argument.
This doesn't make your argument this doesn't make your argument disappear. So cutting me off, bro. I think you straw man my point because I'm not justifying why Luffy can imagine himself winning based off of him beating Kaido. I'm saying those properties can be inclusive to Luffy. It doesn't distinguish the fact he can just have this as like sort of distinct ability. I'm just saying that Luffy can imagine himself winning because he can bring his imagination into reality. I'm just saying is that as long as he understands what winning is analytically, he does have the ability to actualize it. So you're not defeating the point.
Just because he won within the series?
No, bro. If he understands
wait. Use the scan. You didn't actually prove that he can actually imagine anything. You just sent a scan of.
Okay, sure.
I guarantee you, I'll win, and you didn't actually justify that is the case. You just said he imagined something.
Bullcrap, you moron! You're stupid. You can't track.
I can't track. It doesn't match your scan. You're making points that
you asked me, bro. You literally the whole VC can vouch. You literally asked me to explain how can he imagine himself winning.
I asked you. And
sure, go to general chat.
Did not justify that claim.
Go to general chat.
Okay, so you're using the scan right here. That's a mistranslation. I'm prove that's a mistranslation right here.
Bro, do you know where it's?
Let me get that shit.
Wait, yo, chill out. Wait, what was happening?
Look at that shit.
What are y'all arguing about?
What does this prove? Awakening.
So, this is a mistranslation. So the whole imagination thing doesn't even exist within the kanji. So you cannot use a mistranslation to justify your claim. The other one, literally says, right here it says.
Wait, hold on. But before you try to like bring forth some sort of defeater to the kanji or whatever, do you even know where it is? Like the scan is from?
Where the scan is from? Yeah. Left tail. Road to left.
Road to left tail, right?
Yeah.
So where is this? So this is the original kanji, right?
It is the original kanji of that skin. Yeah.
So if I were to go translate it,
you can translate it right now with any translator you wish. I don't really care.
It doesn't even defeat the point.
Google Lens, Deep L,
argument. So
freaking some random translator. They all pretty much.
Bro, I don't care about. Bro, I don't care about this. Bro, stop debating like that, bro. It's like all this filler, bro. I'm saying that even if the other scan I sent to you isn't true, I think the other scan still supports my point.
You said it still proves your point. The other one, okay, let's look through the other one. So it says, he's laughing. Okay, the warrior of liberation, also known, and fighting whatever he brings, fancy smiles to people and possesses a property with rubber. Where in the scan does it show anything about imagination? I'd like you to quote right here where it says anything about that. I think you might have sent the wrong scan with the second one because the other one doesn't really follow the other one about imagination. And your whole argument about this character being able to imagine things like that.
Wait, so, what's this guy, Temple, what were y'all talking about?
We're doing, Shibai versus Luffy. I'm taking Shibai from Boruto, he's taking Luffy, and he's arguing that Luffy can win just by imagining it. He used this scan to justify that claim. I'm saying it's a mistranslation, and, right now, We're just like going over that.
But like, do you remember what his argument was for Luffy being able to do that?
Yeah.
Did you at least ask for? Well, when he proposed it, did you say it was just a mistranslation initially, or did you ask for justification?
So it starts with him in the first scan saying, "I'll guarantee you, I'll win," so he knows what winning is. And then the second one says the ability to turn imagination to reality. So if he knows what winning is, he can just change reality.
Yeah, I wasn't here. You said what? You're gonna have to repeat all that.
Oh, well, I was just asking him what was happening.
He asked me about the debate, what the topic was.
Just explain your refutation. I do not give a fuck, bro.
Okay. Well, you asked, but okay. My reputation is just the whole thing about it being a mistranslation, and I'm still waiting for contention towards that.
I just said that even if.
And the second one, I said my contention towards the second scan that you sent. I said there's nothing said about imagination. I'd like you to make maybe a quote about what in here says anything about that.
It's pretty indicative. Not only that, Luffy, him even turning his imagination into reality or having the ability to alter reality via being within the form has been observed within the verse. All they're saying within the second scan is that he can fight however he wants. So yes, he can utilize imagination in conjunction with how he fights, but it doesn't distinguish the fact that an essential property of imagining something is just thinking about it, then actualizing it. I'm saying that it has been observed within the verse that he can actually like do what he imagines. The second scan just is a clear indicator of it.
Yeah. Right. So what's the first scan for? Like the one that says the sun god is
talking about how he can fight however he wants. Mind you, one of my other arguments specifically like showcases that he can imagine how he wants to fight, but he can utilize his imagination in conjunction with how he fights.
So where does it say that in the scan he can fight however he wants? Is it because it says awakening his rubber ability greater physical strength and freedom?
Yeah, that's my fault. No, that's not where it says it above it.
Okay, so it says fighting however he wants. He fancies bringing smiles to the people's face. So fighting however you want could just be referring to his rubber, because as we see, when it literally goes to the second wording, it literally says possessing a body with rubber properties of rubber. This is talking about his awakening, and this is actually within One Piece. That when people awaken their devil fruits, that they normally get to do more and fight more, free with their devil fruit ability.
Okay,
especially. So yeah.
Luffy literally thought of existing glasses were initially there, therefore he brought it into that.
Okay, wait, did you send the scan for that? Okay, so he thought of. Can you prove he actually thought about it? How do you know he didn't just turn his hair into it?
Bro, can you stop? Also, paragraphs exist. That's why in the paragraph that I was referencing, it can talk about him having the ability to fight however he wants, but him having the ability to manipulate reality via his rubber property, just being inclusive to the idea that he can turn his imagination into reality. It's not like some mutually exclusive property.
So you used a scan of him pulling his hair and then turning it into glasses. How do you know he didn't just turn it into rubber glasses by turning his hair into pulling it off? No. Let me continue. Like some Majin Buu shit where he could pull off like a body part and use it as a weapon. How do you know he didn't just pull it off his hair?
I think that's less likely. Bro, you were done talking, bro. Like, Jesus Christ, you were like, Jesus. I'm gonna just get you like what poof is, bro.
And this is not a contention, but yeah, continue.
Bro, poof analytically is just talking about how something comes or happens within reality. That's why they literally say poof when he puts the glasses into reality. I think it's more likely that they're talking about
proof means
shut up. I wasn't done talking. I think it's more likely that they're bringing a new property into reality. That's why they say poof.
Okay, so actually, when you look at the definition,
you seen that happen too, Temple?
There's many definitions. poof can literally just mean something actually disappearing, appearing, and many other things.
So you agree that? So you agree that, bro? So you think poof analytically is just talking about something appearing within reality?
No. Don't.
That's what you
That's
just
an
said.
actual straw man because I literally said there's other definitions when I continued. You're just kind of
okay.
nitpicking.
So I think this definition is more likely. What the hell?
No, why is it more likely? Because it
Yeah,
says
because
that he
bro,
created
yeah,
something that obviously correlates to you now, him creating something and him bringing something within reality.
Bro, you asked me a question, shut the fuck up so I can actually answer it, retard. I'm saying that it's more likely because in the same scan, he didn't have those glasses. That's why they utilized the word poof to insinuate that's a new property within reality.
It's okay, Temple. He's had a really tough day today.
Wait.
Bro, it didn't create it in reality because
you're not letting me talk. You're just talking over me.
You stopped talking. You stopped talking.
Okay, I was not done talking. I only stopped talking.
You've been talking 90% of the time. I'm not going to.
Just don't cut me off.
I'm just being completely neutral.
Yeah.
You cut him off like 7 times. Like,
just don't cut me off so I can.
Like you got to keep it fair. Either both of you can do it, or none of you can do it. Or just don't complain about it.
Poof. The definition of poof can be utilized to explain a sudden thing that occurs within reality, or something that just appears out of nowhere. I'm saying that they can utilize the word poof in conjunction with this new property that's being assigned to Luffy, which is the glasses. I'm saying that in other scans, we don't see Luffy with the glasses. I think it's more likely that he brought that property into reality. And it's just like based off of prima facie. I have a property that I didn't have initially. Then I utilize the word poof. Poof analytically can just be used to bring forth a new property into reality. I think is would just correlate with that.
So you're saying he created it from nothing, correct?
Yeah, sure.
Well, let me ask you something. Does his hair exist within reality?
That doesn't defeat the point.
I'm asking you a question. It's relevant to what I'm gonna say.
Sure, he can formalize his hair in this.
So he formalized his hair and then turned it into glasses like we see in the scan, because we see him grabbing his hair and forming it into glasses and then putting it over his face.
In the first place are caused via what Luffy allows him to do, or what Luffy imagines or wants to happen with the reality.
You concede on that point since you literally just agreed his hair exists within reality and he manipulated his hair to put it over his face.
That doesn't follow.
Okay,
how
cool.
would I the non sequitur? What the fuck? How did I
did? I can explain how you conceded on that. So you said that it came out of nothing, but you agreed his hair existed within reality. And it didn't just come out of nothing since he manipulated his hair, which exists within reality. So he manipulated something that already exists to then turn it into something, then put it over his face. So it didn't come up from nothing.
I don't know. Maybe you like retarded debaters don't know what using something in reference to a context means. You're just retarded as fuck. For example, if I have a property that I didn't already have, like for example, glasses, and I'm sure about that. Obviously, what I mean by nothing, I'm just in reference to the idea that those glasses weren't initially there. That's why I kept clarifying to you, it's a new property. Sure, he can formalize those things via another property, but it's all contingent to if Luffy wants to formalize those things into another property. So I'm drawing a correlation. It wouldn't even be a concession because Luffy is still formalizing his hair into another property via Gear 5. So I don't see how that defeats the argument there.
How do you know it's not made out of the same property and not just rubber glasses?
I'm just explaining to you. I think it's all less likely. And the rubber point you can bring it up can just be inclusive to what imagination is. I think an essential property of imagining something is the idea of like somehow processing this within the mind, attain that information, didn't have any ability to conceptualize about it. If it's true that he understands what his hair properties are, it can just be true, or it's more likely true that he just conceptualized about his hair, made glasses, and turned it into reality. So even if it was made of, even if it was made of rubber, it still like supports my point. It doesn't feel.
Okay, so continue.
Do you want to conclude?
Conclude? You want me to go conclusions? Well, I was gonna make a final contention, then we can go to conclusions. My final contention towards this is that you kind of just used the word poof to justify the fact that he's turning another property to another property, like turning his hair, which you don't think is rubber, I guess, to maybe rubber glasses, or maybe something rubber to like metal glasses. Like I don't really know what type of property you think these glasses are made of.
Can I clarify what I mean?
And we don't really have much information of it either. So I mean, it's kind of like can just like really depends on an interpretation. So there's nothing like to really prove it's like another property.
Bro, I'm not affirming it's a new property. I'm going under the worldview that have the same similar baseline properties. Like they can all be made out of rubber, but it doesn't distinguish the fact that he's still actualizing that property, turning it into reality via having the ability to imagine and turn this shit into reality. I'm just saying that the rubber part of it can just be inclusive to what he imagines. And I'm saying that it would just make more sense for this to be a new property.
Let me ask you a question. So, if I can like manipulate rubber, okay, like we're talking about like some Gear 5 like freely, like we're not talking about like some limited. I can just like stretch my arms or something. I can actually like manipulate it more, and that would make sense. That if he can manipulate it more, he can pull things off his body, that are also made of rubber. Since he's made of rubber, so he's obviously just showing that he can manipulate it more freely and turn his rubber hair into rubber glasses and turn into glasses. And you might be like, why would he do it? Just to do it. I mean, it's Luffy. He's just a goofy character. I don't really know why he did it. Didn't really show him. In the anime, they showed a little more, like zooming, but I don't really know if that even is canon to the manga. But it's really, I don't really care. We can't really, unless you can prove it's a canon in that part. But you didn't really use that in your argument, so I don't really care about that. So yeah, we can go to conclusions on this.
Yo, Temple, who is y'all having to judge?
Do you guys want to do like more of a mock debate, Dominio, or not?
Yo, yeah, we can do like a mock debate on
not mock debate. I'm sorry, I mean balloon debate, like where the crowd kind of decides who wins by majority vote.
Repeat the point.
What?
Just simplify the argument.
I wouldn't
simplify the argument. Oh, I'm not obligated to do that.
Just the argument. Yeah, okay, argument.
Yeah, balloon debate is kind of weird, but like sometimes if we can't agree upon a judge, we do that.
Garbage.
Right, but you could give your opinion regardless of whether you vote for it or not. So it's kind of like,
Oh yeah, there's two ways you can do it. There's two ways. So first
guys, why are you interrupting Careless, bro? Let him speak.
I said it's an argument from silence. It doesn't matter if I didn't hear the
silence. How is it an argument from silence? I literally made the argument.
You're saying that we should accept whatever you affirm to be true in some sort of state of like unrefutability. I'm just positing that if I didn't hear that point, I don't think it matters.
Okay, so you didn't hear that point. Okay, so would you like to just like save this recording? We can make another one. And you can listen to what I said.
The argument. It's not that hard. Once you can't
repeat the argument. Okay, I can simplify it for you. I guess it's really just you just kind of used the whole poof thing and didn't really go over the fact it's just him being more free on his rubber manipulation and just like putting it over his face. That's really that it was really that much.
So going under that worldview, an essential property of that is that he's still formalizing matter, utilizing rubber, right?
So he can just manipulate the property that he's made of, like he's literally just a rubber man. He can manipulate rubber things. He's awakened. I mean, that's really all you're getting it to.
Why can't the property of linen be rubber?
What?
Why can't the property of linen be rubber? You don't think transitive properties exist?
You don't think you're saying I don't think transitive properties don't exist.
No, that's not what I said. You can't track, moron. I said, do you think
I can track obviously, but you're going all over.
You know what a transitive property is?
Yes, I do, but I don't. You're not really making much of a point. You're not actually going over. You're not contending what I actually said. I literally just made the point that he's manipulating rubber, and then you said it was just for matter manipulation.
That transitive property, bro. That transitive property. So the way we auto interpret reality, I can interpret reality as an apple, but an essential property of an apple is that it allows us to go to space. It doesn't defeat the notion that it's still an apple, right? So I'm saying that, yeah, sure, we can just say that the idea, bro, shut up. We can just say the idea that we formalize winning can, like, sure, the property of it can be rubber, but the actual entailment it has can still be a part of, like, the rubber properties.
You're still not really cooking much. You still didn't even attack the point.
I did.
You didn't.
You want to conclude?
Yeah, we could conclude.
Okay, man. Listen. Okay, we could conclude. Yo, Koji, you was listening?
It's a theme, you know.
Cause like,
oh my god,
it's horrible.
Stop clocks. It's been a minute.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Listen, bro. If someone was actually listening to the whole
Jimmy, what's happening?
I'm gonna just get my conclusions
Jimmy
first.
That's what I said.
So who was trying?
I'm not gonna lie, your name is unfamiliar. I don't remember a Jimmy on here. I'm not gonna hold you.
Was anybody tracking?
You would better know me as Anarchy X Gaming.
Yo, listen. Was anybody tracking?
Anarchy. I listened and I heard what he said. Yeah.
And
anyways, where do I remember Anarchy from? That's the name I do remember.
Oh, wait, so listen.
We've been in a few on my Discord.
Jimmy, bro, we're into debate, bro. Can you
bro, chill out. Y'all can do that little weird.
You were asking for people to listen to the debate.
Yeah, I want to know who was tracking. Whoever was tracking, I'm gonna just get my conclusions. All right, so listen, my whole point is that the idea...
I'm listening. Yeah.
All right,
Koji and
whoever's mic is back, can you please mute yourself, bro? All right, thank you. All right. So my whole point is that, yeah, sure, like we can have the idea of an apple, but the actual entailment that's included to the apple and how it maps onto reality can be different, or it can just remain the same. Like, for example, we know that winning analytically is just overcoming a challenge, but how, like, the property is issued within reality, like, it can just be an apple. But what's inclusive to that apple is what actually maps onto reality. So I'm saying that, yeah, sure, the idea of rubber and its properties can just be or the idea of winning can just be rubber, but the actual entailment of those properties can still be inclusive to the rubberized item. So you can have a rubber idea of winning. It doesn't defeat the point. You're still winning politically. He just posited
Did
that.
You just say rubber idea of winning? What is that even supposed to mean?
Yeah, like for example, if I have an apple.
Wait, let him explain.
So listen, if I have an apple, if I have a piece of rubber, what's inclusive to that rubber or how it maps onto reality can be explained through like the verse. Like, for example, if Luffy understands what winning is analytically, which is just overcoming the challenge, but has the ability to actualize his thought utilizing rubber, he can just actualize winning, but the properties of winning can be rubber. That's what I meant by a transitive property. It's just the idea of what winning is as an abstraction isn't necessarily the same as something that's rubberized, but what's inclusive to it are analytically the same.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about abstractions, they are kind of set in stone because they define what as long as it exists within reality is what's being precedented. It would kind of have to set in stone the things that reality are define things as. So an apple, for example, the idea of an apple will always correspond to the abstraction that gives way to how we see an apple in real life that already exists.
You can attain information of an apple over time.
Wait, say it again.
You can attain new information of an apple over time. I think progressive analytics exists.
Yeah, you can attain new information about an apple, but that doesn't necessarily change what an apple is. You get what I'm saying? An apple is something that already exists in real life and is set in stone to have these said properties. Said properties may not always be able to. You might not know 100% of all the properties that make an apple, but the concept that precedes it will always give way to it being the exact same.
No. Yeah, sure. The concept that precedes it and how it corresponds to reality, I think that's true. But you can have how you analytically justify something can change over time. That's something that is true, but
how you justify something?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Wait, can you stop? I'm saying his whole point is that he can only manipulate rubber. I'm saying it wouldn't even attack the point because I'm talking about what's inclusive to that rubberized item. So I'm saying that, yeah, sure, winning by definition is still overcoming a challenge, but the way they depict that and how it maps onto reality may be different.
Well, I mean, it can't necessarily be different. If he said what you said that he said, then it might be more room for you to argue that. But I don't think that what Luffy's certain definition of winning is, or how One Piece applies it, is any different than what you would see in like Japanese dictionaries.
We're going off of what was stated in the debate, bro. That's literally all his arguments has rubber manipulation. I think he himself can say that was his argument too. Like literally.
Well, hold on, let me turn you up a little bit more.
It was a part of the debate.
Like, okay, so what was your
point? All right. So Temple, what were you saying in contrast to his like arguments about the whole idea of Apple shit?
The idea of Apple, I just said that it doesn't really attack the main point because my whole contention was that it's just like, like Clorox, like Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z. Like I made that kind of like inference. I basically said that
who does?
My first contention towards it, he literally still hasn't really contended that much. I just really said if he has more free control of his rubber, then he should be able to pull off like this kind of thing where he could just pull off a piece of his hair, which is made out of rubber, since he is made out of rubber, literally.
Oh, so we're getting a different explanation or interpretation for what was happening contrary to his.
I did something for this. So basically, he was basically trying to say that Majin Buu, we already know he can take off body parts of himself and morphologize.
Yeah, I know.
Property. Hold on. Let me finish. So he's basically saying that. So what I'm getting from it is that just because he can take his rubber form of hair and then morphologically change it into glasses, that doesn't pertain to glasses itself. Is that what you're trying to say?
I just said it's still made out of rubber. It's just him manipulating rubber.
Yeah,
just
and
like
it's not.
Okay. So I'm saying the consequence is
nothing like that.
I'm saying the consequence isn't changing.
So you were trying to give an alternative, like, as to what he was claiming to like establish some sort of equivalent interpretation, I believe, something along the lines of that.
Bro, it doesn't even defeat the point.
I think that's what he was trying to say.
If that's the case, then he's right about that other point not really attacking what he said.
Oh, life. Do you even know what my rebuttal to that was? Going off of even if he said that?
Yeah, but what he's saying is that point in specific that we were just talking about did not attack that point, which was his original contention, which is what he claims.
His contention is that Majin Buu can break off parts of his body, but I'm saying the consequent how it's like going to map onto reality, which is just actualizing something you want to actually like have an actual like correspondence to reality. For example, my initial point is that he could turn his imagination into reality. I'm saying that the antecedent that follows to the consequent can be affirmed differently, but it doesn't like distinguish the consequent. All he's saying is that, okay, yeah, sure, how he does it is different, but what actually happens within reality is what I'm in reference to.
Okay, I have a question. So you're trying to say that what's being entailed of this said object, are you trying to say that what's being entailed matters?
Hold on,
rather than its constituents?
I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say person B has a notion or idea, right? Now, let's say they have an apple. The apple is the placeholder for all entailments you can possibly give. If I were to try and say that an apple within reality can perform P as P and P is not P, then it will obviously be analytically true that that apple can perform P as P and P is not P. You're just talking about its correspondence to reality. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like I was trying to say, that's okay. So you're trying to say what You're going based off what's being entailed, right?
Yeah, so I'm saying that Luffy can apply his knowledge to reality, but even if the main I guess like main properties of the I guess notion is a rubber, he can still apply the entailment to it. So like if he
Okay,
wants rubber,
so I get it now. I think I got it. So you're
Wait,
going
wait.
based off what
Give. Wait, can you give a model as to like? Because I might need an
I'm just talking
example.
about how it corresponds to reality.
Put it like this. Put it like this. Put it like this. Right.
It's a synthetic idea.
So if Majin Buu takes his skin and form it in like morphologically forms it into an apple, he's saying how it's being entailed with reality versus its constituencies, aka its parts, that make
Yeah, he's
the
talking
form.
about his main parts. I'm talking
But that's what
about
I'm telling you. And then Darky
yeah,
is
but
saying that
So
he's
you're
going
saying
based
that
off.
so you're saying that he's morphing like the properties that make it up into that thing that has the exact same
yeah, yeah,
properties with what you would like align it
Okay,
with.
okay, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
and then
listen.
Oh, that's
yeah, yeah,
retarded.
exactly. And then what Darky
Never
is saying is
defeated
that
though.
hold on. And then what Darky is saying is that you didn't really attack him because he's going based off the constituencies, aka the parts that make
Yeah,
it
yeah.
up.
No.
And
He's
he's
going.
basically
No, no,
trying
no,
to
no,
say
no, no,
that
no, no.
P
Listen,
that you're
wait. I
trying to
don't,
say isn't really P,
bro. No,
which is
I don't,
Christian.
bro. Listen. I don't disagree with that. I don't think it attacked my point though.
Wait. Darky, I need to ask you a question.
Almost a
You
dilemma,
still
Yeah,
there?
but keep it going.
yeah, I'm here.
All right. Did you or did you not ask him initially for justification of Luffy being able to morph the properties into something that corresponds with reality before you asserted that the scans that he was using was a mistranslation?
No, I did not ask him that. I just like
Well, what
am I
did you
gonna
do?
make my conclusion now? I still haven't gave a conclusion.
Right. I was gonna ask you if you like addressed like what he said because his argument
Yeah,
was
I
that
did address it. I was just waiting until I give my conclusion.
Hey, Clark, you know what we should do? I think we should let him
all
give
right.
his conclusion and then give our
Yeah,
cross
yeah.
examination. Yeah, we're gonna
All
give
right.
a
I'm
cross
just kind of like
examination when
waiting
you're
here
done. Go ahead.
because
I
y'all
think
been
this
just
Ace
kind
Attorney
of trying to hear him
mute
out.
up.
So yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So my conclusion is, I think I won this point due to the fact that it just started with him trying to prove that Luffy knows the idea of winning since he said, "I guarantee you, I'll win." And then it went on to he can just imagine he wins in this battle, so he would just win against my character. And then he sent two scans to justify that, which is the one that says Luffy's peak, the ability to turn imagination into reality, and the other one that is supposed to back up this claim that says in fighting in whatever he fancies. So basically, just justifying the fact that he can do basically fight however he wants, which would just make a consistency of him being able to imagine these things into reality. Then I contended the second scan by saying that it was a mistranslation. He said, "Do you know where this is from?" I said, "Well, I'm just going to summarize this." I just basically contended this with the whole just raws of the laugh tail, and he didn't really contend it much. He just kind of
Oh,
said,
so for the laugh tail scans, you said that they were mistranslations, or
yes,
and
as you can
for
see, I
the
think the original
and
translation.
for the original argument, you just gave a different interpretation that you believe has more credence over what he was claiming to be the case.
Yeah, said that
Correct.
the whole
Correct.
thing of the whole concept of manipulation, imagination, like into reality, wasn't even within the raws. If you look in the translation, nothing is said about imagination.
Bro, I
So
don't.
that is just. Are you gonna like interrupt me while making my
I'm
conclusion?
only saying that because I agree with you. I don't think I should use that scan. It doesn't. Why are you concluding off of that? Like, bro,
I'm not
if
concluding off of that. I'm using it when I'm summarizing the debate, so I can explain why I won,
all right,
like a
go ahead,
conclusion.
go ahead, champ. Go ahead, champ.
All right, all right. So yeah, and then I just ended it off with debunking the scan that says he could do whatever he fancies. And I just said, since the wording in the second word right next to it, like the second sentence right next to it, says possessing a body with the properties of rubber, and him then when you go to the bottom, it says awakening his rubbery body freely, or like, it's better now. I said that it's just referring to the fact that he's more free with his awakening, just like everybody else in One Piece when they get a devil fruit awakening, that they're more free to use their ability. And he didn't really contend that much. If you listen to the recording, he just kind of let it go on and then sent other scans to then prove that his imagination thing was true. So basically, he just conceded on all three of these scans and went on to another thing because he didn't contend it, and I can just dismiss it from that.
Yeah, I literally conceded it.
Okay. I had to close my mouth for a second because I was like, wait, did he? And then I was like, oh yeah, wait, he did.
Well, he kind of did, and then he just kind of like left it off.
I did. I did not leave.
Sent the translation, and then
he was trying to say that your argument was redundant in some sense and didn't address the point by saying that he agreed to it, but him agreeing to it is something he really can't do because it contrasts with what he was arguing.
No, I'm saying within the recording, his contention towards it was really
right, but you can't act like that's not relevant.
But I'm saying that he conceded on those scans that he used.
I never conceded to nothing you said. I only
listened to the debate, and I even explained why he conceded to.
We can have people vouch.
But then he also conceded to the other one right here, which is the hair thing where he pulls out.
I got a question, Kel. You was here for the debate?
Yeah. Are you gonna let me continue?
Wait,
yo, Wake, it was good.
Yeah, are you gonna let me? Okay.
I was listening to the debate.
Yeah, he's not letting me continue. Of course he won't.
Oh, just make the argument.
He's gonna get destroyed. But okay, cool. If he wants to interrupt me, he can.
Bro, just make the argument. I'm allowing you to do it. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm trying to, of course, So then he argues that he can make things out of nothing. I said, does his hair exist within reality? Luffy's hair. And he agrees that it does. And I said he's just manipulating something that already exists within reality. And he agreed to that. And then I said that it's a concession. He's like, I didn't concede. And then he just started yapping about the apple thing. So
yeah, I was yapping.
He conceded on that. And then after that, there's nothing really else but him just yapping and chatting. And I said,
oh my god,
and then after that we go into conclusions.
Oh my god. Okay.
This nigga is horrible.
So yeah, that's my conclusion. Why?
So basically, my argument to the feature argument was yap, and you couldn't contend it. Thank you. You are horrible.
No. That's not true. I literally said it. Are you? And
I never conceded a single point. I swear to God, whoever was listening about.
But he was just saying you were yapping. If I remember, that was the same line of reasoning that I asked him about, and he said didn't contend with his original intention, he didn't address it.
The one that I said that he did not contend the point. The main argument. So that's what I said, that it was yapping of him not actually contending the main point.
No, I did.
He was really just attacking nothing but him.
Even when you use the paragraph shit, well, hold on. When you use the paragraph shit, I'm saying that you can't utilize that paragraph in conjunction with the other paragraph. Sure, they may convey similar topics, but they're talking about other categories when they're talking about the ability to turn your imagination into reality or fantasize about what you want to happen within reality. I'm just saying that. Wait. I'm just saying that.
Talking to you.
Like, bro,
you interrupted me during my thing. I'm interrupting you too.
Talking. I could just turn on says, but it doesn't even matter. Okay. But I'm just trying to explain to you how even then, I said even on the bottom, they're just talking about how Luffy has the ability to awaken. Yeah, sure, going to Gear 5. But those instances can just be already a part of the idea he can formalize what he wants and turn it into reality. So you don't even understand that all the instances you gave are governed by my point or just governed by my argument. I just don't agree. I don't think I can utilize the first scan I was using though. Maybe the second and third ones though. So you just can't track.
Okay, from what I'm getting is that both of you guys are focusing on certain elements and not going based off the whole thing. That both of you guys are.
I literally am. I'm saying my argument is like literally gonna like all the shit he gave, the instances he gave, the examples he gave, the points he gave, all go under my worldview. It doesn't even defeat my argument. He's just saying that what comes before the concept.
I want you both to save the recording. I'm like that's something you might have to do.